We are a group of four. Coincidentally, our fourth member happens to be the chair for this session. We looked at context analysis in terms of the relevance, and we said yes. In terms of guidance, effectiveness and best practice, we said yes. The striking thing here has to do with the fifth stage of the process, that is data analysis. There, even though we reckoned that the guide was relevant, we thought that in terms of its effectiveness, it was no, and that we are unable to, on the basis of the no, say whether it represents a best practice. Basically, it has to do with the way the labs were required to use the statistical package to do the analysis. There were, at lab level, capacity inadequacies within the constraints of time that made it very challenging for the labs to adapt the statistical package to do the analysis. So that is for that process. Then we prioritize qualitative data analysis as one area that we should be looking forward to strengthening if we have the opportunity of doing that. Because we thought that there must be a uniform tool that all the labs will need to adapt so that we can standardize our work. So if we can strengthen hands-on training on the use of RANSEC-defined statistical package for analyzing the data, that would be good. We also will need some reference materials at the RELAB level to help serve as reference materials. Stakeholders to target, the RANSEC Secretariat, the team that is supposed to lead the research effort itself will be one, and then at the RELAB level, we'll focus on faculty and students who are involved in the work. Then on the most resilient dimensions, we have identified four, but coincidentally wealth emerged as an underlying cause in the instance of Ghana, but as an effect in the instance of northern Uganda. We also identified governance as an underlying cause in northern Uganda, and human capital as an effect. We have mentioned that they fall under these pathways in the resilience framework. The arguments are that on the wealth, what emerged from the communities point to the fact that food and people's livelihood strategies are so central to their ability to deal with other dimensions within the resilience framework. Governance poses an underlying challenge in the context of northern Uganda because whatever is done in that part of Uganda is underpinned by the chronic conflict. So governance is seen as an underlying factor. And then for the human capital, it pans out in areas of low literacy levels, weak productive capacities, all emanating from people's the dimension of wealth. Then on feasibility, whether the labs are it's feasible to do something about these dimensions. We said yes because there are existing wealth creation solutions such as microcredit, off-season farming facilities and all that. That will help address that. So there's something that we can rely on as a pathway to addressing this challenge. On governance, we have yes or no. Yes and no. Yes, from the chronic conflict point of view, we think that there are peace-building mechanisms that can be adapted to managing the conflict situation in northern Uganda. No, also because there are systemic issues that go far beyond the capacity of the lab to manage. So that becomes a basis for saying no. And then on the human capital, we say, yes, something can be done about it. We can improve wealth creation, we can improve education, and all that will contribute to human capital. So basically, this is a run through our work.
Thank you.